This is an audio presentation. Thank you for listening. Have you ever felt like you're standing in your own way? Like no matter how hard you try, success seems just out of reach? Well, you're not alone. Many of us struggle with self-sabotage, often without even realizing it. But why do we do this? Why do we hold ourselves back from achieving our goals? The answer lies in the ways we block our own success. And understanding these patterns is key to breaking free from them and reaching our full potential. Perception plays a critical role in how we see ourselves and our successes. Many people fail to recognize the progress they've made or the accomplishments they've achieved, leading them to feel like they're not successful at all. This can be particularly true for individuals with imposter syndrome who struggle to internalize their achievements and often feel like frauds despite evidence to the contrary. Imposter syndrome is a phenomenon where individuals doubt their abilities and fear being exposed as frauds. It's common among high achievers who set high standards for themselves. They may attribute their success to luck or other external factors, instead of recognizing their own skills and hard work. Overcoming imposter syndrome requires acknowledging one's achievements, reframing negative self-talk, and seeking support from others. Overthinking can lead to analysis paralysis, where we get stuck in our own thoughts and fail to take action. It's important to find a balance between thinking things through and taking action. Assumptions are often based on limited information or past experiences that may not be relevant to the current situation. We need to challenge our assumptions and be open to new possibilities. Perfectionism can hold us back by causing us to focus too much on minor details instead of the big picture. It's important to strive for excellence, but not at the expense of progress. Fear of failure is one of the most common ways we block our own success. It's a natural human response to want to avoid failure. But when it becomes a paralyzing fear, it can prevent us from taking risks and pursuing our goals. For example, imagine you have a great idea for a business, but you're afraid it will fail. You might hesitate to take action or put in the necessary effort because you don't want to face the possibility of failure. This fear can be especially strong if you've experienced failure before. However, it's important to remember that failure is not the end of the road. Many successful people have experienced failure at some point in their lives, but they didn't let it stop them from trying again and ultimately achieving their goals. One strategy for overcoming fear of failure is to reframe it as an opportunity for growth and learning. Instead of seeing failure as a negative outcome, view it as a chance to learn from your mistakes and improve your approach. Another strategy is to break down your goals into smaller, more manageable steps. This can help you build momentum and confidence as you achieve each step along the way. And finally, surround yourself with supportive people who believe in you and your goals. Having a strong support system can make all the difference when it comes to facing your fears and pursuing your dreams. Negative self-talk is a common problem that can hold us back from achieving our goals. When we talk to ourselves in a negative way, we undermine our confidence and limit our potential. To overcome negative self-talk, we need to change our inner dialogue. We can do this by replacing negative thoughts with positive ones, focusing on our strengths instead of our weaknesses, and practicing self-compassion. By building our self-esteem, we can become more resilient and better equipped to handle challenges. Lack of focus is one of the biggest obstacles to achieving success. When we're not focused, we get distracted by things that don't matter and lose sight of our goals. This can lead to procrastination and missed opportunities. To improve your focus, try breaking down your tasks into smaller, more manageable pieces. Set specific goals for each task and give yourself a deadline. Eliminate distractions by turning off your phone or closing unnecessary tabs on your computer, and most importantly, take breaks when you need them. Giving your brain time to rest will help you stay focused in the long run. Perfectionism is the belief that anything less than perfect is unacceptable. It can be a double-edged sword, motivating us to strive for excellence while also setting unrealistic expectations. Perfectionists often struggle with anxiety and fear of failure, as they feel that any mistake or imperfection will reflect poorly on their abilities. While it's important to have high standards and goals, it's equally important to recognize that perfection is unattainable. Embracing the idea of good enough can help alleviate the stress and pressure that comes with perfectionism. Remember, progress is more important than perfection. Procrastination is a common habit that can seriously hinder our progress towards achieving our goals. It's easy to put things off until tomorrow, but this often leads to a cycle of stress and anxiety as deadlines approach. To overcome procrastination, it's important to understand why we do it in the first place. Often, we procrastinate because we're afraid of failure or because we don't know where to start. By breaking tasks down into smaller, more manageable steps and setting achievable goals, we can build momentum and stay motivated. Another effective strategy for overcoming procrastination is to create a schedule or to-do list. This helps us stay organized and focused on what needs to be done. It's also important to eliminate distractions such as social media or TV during work time. Finally, it's helpful to reward ourselves for making progress towards our goals, whether it's a small treat or a break to do something we enjoy. Perseverance is a key trait for success, but it's not always easy to maintain. One common obstacle is the victim mentality, where we blame external circumstances for our failures, instead of taking responsibility for our own actions. This mindset can be self-defeating and prevent us from making progress towards our goals. Another challenge to perseverance is failing to persevere in adversity. When faced with setbacks or obstacles, it's tempting to give up and move on to something else. However, true success often requires pushing through difficult times and staying committed to our objectives. By learning to overcome these obstacles, we can build resilience and achieve greater success in our lives. We have explored several ways in which we block our own success. We looked at how our perception of ourselves and imposter syndrome can hold us back, as well as the negative impact of overthinking, assumptions, perfectionism, victim mentality, and failing to persevere in adversity. We also discussed how fear of failure, procrastination, negative self-talk, and lack of focus can prevent us from achieving our goals. It's important to recognize that these obstacles are not insurmountable. By taking action and implementing the strategies we've discussed, we can overcome them and achieve the success we desire. Remember to celebrate your successes, no matter how small, and keep pushing forward towards your goals with perseverance and determination. Anything is possible.